So when my students first started bringing computers to the class, you know what they were on all the time? Can you guess?
Canvas.
That's the perfect world there. They were on Facebook 24/7. So I'm like, how can I engage them a little better? And so I've been working on this. I think I'm getting a little better in. So I'm trying to use their computer more to engage them. And this is what we're doing. So if you're on the course, we're on the Mark and Perry's Deep Learning Device Engagement. And so this is typically how I would set up my class, something like this. While you're trying to get there, if you need help, Michelle's over there. Just raise your hand if you're not in the class, and then she can put you there. So let's just watch this little YouTube video real fast. He's like saying, put your computers away, put this away, and the students are like, but we need them for class. And he's like, how about take out a notebook and write some notes? And they're like, a notebook is a computer. And so he's like, shut up. And then he goes on and he says, you know, do any of your devices tell you when Custer's last stand was? I think that's right there. And then all of a sudden they say 1875 or something because they all Google it, you know, when Custer's last stand was. And you go, oh, that's right, okay. And then that was over. So basically that was just to show you what kind of a teacher are you going to be. Are you going to be one that says, put away your computers, put everything away, you know, just only paper and pencil, or are you going to engage in the modern age a little bit and join the bandwagon? So when we're on Canvas, a lot of times I'll use the discussions. And so if you look at the bottom of the page down here, we have the discussion area. So I've started, if you hit the first one, this means it's like a new discussion. If you reply, it means you're replying to somebody. And so what I want you to do for the next 3 minutes is to introduce yourself, something unique that nobody else knows about you. And so I kind of did that real fast. You can look at mine as an example, and you can then also highlight some of the important key parts. So you ready to get busy?
Yeah!
Let's go. Okay, you got 3 minutes. Online stopwatch, it keeps me on task, kind of keeps the students going because they know they have to get started to finish in time. So I just use an online stopwatch. You just Google online stopwatch and you can set them up. There's several of them. So did you highlight some things? Did you figure out how to highlight? Okay. Now the key part here is you refresh. So if you're in Google Chrome, you hit the little circle that goes back, reload this page.
This does way as far as Facebook better. Sometimes they don't have to refresh.
On the online. Yeah, or Google Docs. If you use Google Docs, you don't have to refresh. It just happens. So, but since we have Canvas and most people are on
After the IPO, they'll add a feature.
Yeah.
That's very easy. My file is much less.
So Aaron, why didn't you highlight tap dance lessons for 10 years?
I'll go ahead and
Yeah, would you please?
there we go.
And not only do I want to see it highlighted, I want to see it demonstrated.
That's what I figured out. I didn't bring my shoes, regrettably. I don't have them anymore. But I thought about taking the class here. Here we go. Now if you refresh it, it's a bit more visible.
Okay, so if you notice, I mean, this takes something you got to teach your students a little bit at first, but so here's my first one. This is me, and then Carrie replied, and me replied, and then Joseph replied back to that. So this is all one thread all the way down. Even Brother Curtis replied up here.
Can I change my font size?
Excellent, and he did the zip line. So, but if somebody replies, you can't, like I can't reply right here to Matt Owen, reply back to him. But if you start a new thread, like hit the top reply, right?
That was at Mark's instigation, by the way.
Yeah, and so, I mean, it might take the first class period to get the students going. And then there's Martha, but Martha didn't highlight anything.
Wait, refresh it?
Oh my goodness, you're as bad as my students. This is what I say, and they're always like, refresh it. I call it, in business we call it just in time. But for me, I call it just in time teaching, J-I-T-T. Oh, tap dance now is up there. Way to go. Martha, I'm highlighting this. Thank you, Martha. If you didn't know, there's a little gearbox over here where you can go and you can say edit. The teacher has the power to go in and edit, or the students, you can edit your own. So I'll say, go edit it, James Lee, and add some highlighting. I like that first name, James.
Very special, huh?
Yeah, I wish my name was James.
Oh, wait,
We can call you James.
It is. Okay, so I've used this for like their homework. Instead of turning in papers, things that I want them to do, I might like list questions or something like that, and then they'll just answer it on discussions for homework. And then I like it because I can just scroll down and see if they did it or not. In the grade book, it will show a little bubble that they responded or something. And I just give them like 1 point for participation or something like that if they did it before class. Also, what I like this for is up here, you can attach. You can turn on the attach feature. So when I have my students give presentations, they attach it on the discussion. So they don't have to come up and plug in their flash drive and all that. You just click on the PowerPoint and baby, you're away. So it just takes a little bit to load. And so each student just comes up and we just go down the roll. They know the pecking order is how they turned in their homework. And so then they can just present really fast, really easy. So, and a lot of things you can do in PowerPoint with timers as well is you can embed some timers that just count down. So I have them, give 1 minute apostle reports or something like that. It goes fast. Of course, it takes 2 minutes to walk up and down and say, am I next? But the rest of the class, it gets them to prepare a little bit. So that's one thing we do. Let's go back up to the top of our course here. Are you with me?
Yeah.
I hope so. You see where it says possible uses for Brainstorm and Google Page? Right there? Are you with me? Okay, click on this Google page. It should open up in a new tab, thank goodness. Woo! Here we are. This is the advantage of Google Pages over the discussion board. So I need somebody to be, thanks President Markham for helping out, and Bruce, are you there?
Oh man, who's typing that one?
I am the laziest teacher in the world. I don't type out my notes. I make the students do it if they need to. And generally the first time we do this, they are just like you guys. They're like, finger poking. I try and keep it relaxed so they feel comfortable. But after we do it a few days, I'm like, okay, we're adults here. Let's, but they gotta feel comfortable in the environment at first, and they gotta, try it out. But then after we get going, I'm like, how else could we use like discussion boards in our class? So in your classes, how would you use a discussion board?
They're so shy to speak out verbally, and you just say it with your fingers.
See? So there was something where they say like write it or think it, write it, and then speak it. I can't remember what that thing was. So they could, you could say write on the discussion board. Then they feel like it's accountable first, and then you can say now talk to your partner that you thought. So, and you can read and give them feedback, like write more, what's going on? They can see what the other people write. So I do it for homework. What else can we use a discussion board for?
Actually, I'll just add this, because Perry does this in class. I've seen him do this where he uses the discussion board. And it's interesting because you can actually monitor what the students are doing. And he'll flip through and he'll say, hey, this group's not doing, you guys aren't doing the work, or hey, you missed something here. And and if you have them on different tabs, multiple pages that you can flip through, and people are seeing, it's like instant accountability because it's going up on the screen in front of the class and everybody sees what's happening. Actually, I was surprised at how much engagement it actually created.
And this is good for language learning because I can see what their grammar is.
Do they have to have a laptop, or can it be a phone?
Phone, Yeah, that's where I'm finding, everybody used to have a laptop, now they're bringing their tablets and their phones and things, and some of these don't work as well on tablets and phones and things like that. Laptops are good, but you know, I'm kind of free, but when we're having a test or something, I say, you must have a laptop if you want that. So a little bit, this is like a shared document, everybody's in it, this is the Google Docs, you can see them typing at the same time. Canvas has a similar feature on it, which we can check out right now. Oh, I love it, you guys are the best.
Ask Josh what that Chinese says.
Josh, what's this say?
It says, I love this. This is a wonderful opportunity, Perry. Thank you so much.
Did you just do this in Google? We can put in Google Translator and check it out. There is a history that you can pull up on these things and everything, but let's keep it moving because we got to get to Mark's part. But let's go to activity number 2. If you can come back to our main page again, our home page, Perry and Mark's presentation. Let's go to activity number 2. So what I'm going to do, we're going to put you into groups. Is that okay? Can we put the front row together? And can we put Martha and Joe and there? Jim, can you be with Josh? You don't have to move anywhere.
Okay.
And Jim, just let Josh do all the work. Okay, I need one lead person that's going to do the work at first, okay? So, what you do, you have on the side of here, you have, it's called collaborations, right? I also have the link down here, collaborations. So if you, I like to hold control and click on collaborations, then it opens up. So if your lead participant could click on collaborations, and then when you open it up, look for start new collab. Do you have a start new collaboration?
Yeah.
Start collaboration.
Okay, okay. So maybe yours looks like, something like this. Does it look something like this?
Etherpad, collaborate using Etherpad.
Yeah, we'll use the Etherpad. And then right here for document name, put the first name of the people in your group. Well, I guess we're done. Yeah, okay. Put the first name of the people in your groups. But this is only one person out of each group doing it, right? They're making the group.
Everyone's got it.
And
Are we
then
doing Etherpad or Google Docs?
Etherpad.
Sort of. My computer's set on the Chinese characters.
Yeah.
That's how you did that.
You didn't do that intentionally.
Oh, we should have got one of those.
I didn't think you were a
nonsense
Chinese
guys.
speaker.
Yeah, and then to add people, you just come down here where the people are, and you double click on their name, and it goes over into the groups. If I wanted Daniel Bradshaw, I would click on Daniel Bradshaw. If I didn't want him, I'd X him out, remove him. So there's a long list here.
Now I can refresh.
Yeah. So once your person makes the group, they refresh.
Yeah, here we are.
Josh, can you add Dan, handsome guy there to your group? Dan Scott.
Yeah, Jim's doing it actually.
Oh, Jim's doing it?
Dan?
Josh's computer, his browser said in Chinese, that's why.
Oh. We had that the other day.
Yeah.
We don't know how to fix that.
Okay, so you don't have to add yourself, you're already in, right?
No, yeah, the lead person doesn't add themselves. They
Okay.
have to add someone else.
So added guys.
Okay, but should I go to collaboration?
Yeah, and then they'll have to refresh. Either they'll refresh or they'll add it. So I see Joe, Paige, and Martha are up. Josh and Jim, Mark and that's me and Mark. I know those guys. Jared down there. Are you ready? So now that everybody's there, you can click and open it up. So I can open up Jared's. Only the teacher sees all the groups. The other people only see their own group, right? Yeah, so nobody can mess with each other's groups. Now, if you have your tabs, if you know how to work tabs, go back to our homepage, just one person in the group, and under activity number 2 where it says exercise, copy the exercise down to number 12, and paste it in your group.
You want me to do got, Jim?
I got it.
Copy the exercise.
And paste it in your group.
From where?
There we are.
From back here?
Highlight. Give us better color differentiation. Here.
Sure what I'm doing here.
Highlighted red. Joe, did you highlight it red?
Oh, good. Now, if you want it clear, so what I recommend is that we clear it. So push this button up here, the colored button. Once you pasted
Yeah,
it,
you have to add it to the course if you don't have access to the course.
and then yeah, excellent. And then it clears out. So now whenever somebody types, it does. So I have my exercises here. Let's make this bigger. So.
So Michelle, here's an S Daniel.
So I can have my exercise up here, and the exercise is, okay, we did this. Read each sentence and fix the singular or plural problems.
Michelle's gonna add it to the course.
Oh, right there. So they're going to teach us. He's in, he's got it.
So,
Mark said it's right there.
See in there?
so if you can go through with your group and go through and just say, hey, you do number one, I'll do 2, 3, and multiples or something. Fix the grammar. The grammar is just singular and plural. So like we have vocabularies. Do we say vocabularies?
So when we're typing, it automatically does the color, is that it?
Yeah, once you clear it, and then whoever, so like if they're fixing it, this is like an exercise you would go through.
Okay,
Fix the grammar.
Joe he knows numbers, but he doesn't know how to spell apparently.
So they're trying to correct. So
Yeah.
everybody sees it.
Oh, I'm typing on the board.
Yeah.
So they're learning together.
See that.
Oh, if you got it there, if you can copy and paste it in.
What's
We don't have to make
grammar?
discussions.
Okay, so,
You
I'll
have
do
this
one,
group can
I'll do
paste it in. I'll paste it in for
We
them.
already did.
As in put something in its
or let me.
So what's that? Yeah, so it'll be color.
Can we see the?
It should be.
I'll take the
Now I've got 2 copies of that.
Oh, you have? So this one's not refreshing.
Refreshing.
I'll take the last.
You notice the email hasn't been refreshing automatically lately.
Well, no, it's highlighted because that's what you've added to it, and so people can see what changes.
So like this one.
Gary, you're the light blue, and then Jared is the dark blue. Okay.
This group right here, we don't even know who's in this group. I'll paste that in there for
Is that you and me?
I don't know. Did something just appear on your screens, people?
So it doesn't show you if you delete.
So Nephi's off in Netherlands, but this group needs to be focused on doing the exercise.
Okay, so I
Another one.
This boys, or you could say these boys.
So what are we?
Okay, so you're just trying to correct the grammar.
Yeah.
So for me, this is a real easy way. This is the model group here, not the Nephi group, but this right here is the model group. I can see pretty quick how they're answering the questions.
I did 1 through 4. Joe's supposed to do the other 3, but apparently he hasn't started yet.
What about the payments?
Sounds like whatever you all the time. I'm sold.
And this one thought they had with a capital D that had computers skills.
He's not gonna do it.
Just don't even ask.
It makes perfect sense to me. I don't understand. What do you mean?
No, just, if you read this, you'd never be an EIL.
Oh, this is how they look at this group.
Oh,
this is how they
there
make it.
we
I've
go.
never seen this done before, but this is like giving me ideas on how the groups could like partition it and
Beautiful.
be accountable more.
Okay, I'm gonna do that for sure, because like I said, Joe's not doing his cut.
And we started off like
Oh, I know.
And you taught me something new about how to use something like this. Make them accountable. So, I like that. And this group, or whoever they are, I don't know.
Jim, are you doing stuff?
I fixed it all already.
Okay.
Did I even get Jim's group? Where's collaboration? Josh and Jim, I thought we had that group.
You know what?
Supposed to be Dan, too.
We got refreshed. Different one.
Well, they got a different one now?
Yeah, refresh that. There you go.
Josh, Jim, and Dan. Okay, we can check on them, then we gotta move to Mark's part, because he's the great guy. Look at that, nice work. Oh, and they're even adding comments in there?
Otherwise, I put these
So then I would go flip through the groups, I can see what they're doing, there's a little accountability there, and check what they've done. So that's what I wanted to show you on collaborations. Are you ready, Mark, to take over? Okay, I'm just going to close out my collaborations.
It's just it.
Did you want the microphone off?
Yeah.
So what is this, is that a word pad or something?
It's kind of like WordPad, but it's collaborative and interactive, so you and whoever in the group, you're able to edit the document.
Also what I found before Mark, you can copy this ID up here for Etherpad and just paste it in like your discussion or wherever the students can get access. So you can already have like 5 Etherpads set up and say your group 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and they can just click on it and it opens up in an Etherpad real fast. So you don't have to make the collaborations if you don't want. But you would have to do some prep on